was. But I stood up and I went back again. I bounced back. Setbacks are a part of the success package. अगर setbacks नहीं होंगे तो आप जिंदगी में आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today it is an honor and a pleasure for me to introduce you all to this very particular session where we are going to know more about the women entrepreneurship. My name is Harsh and I'm going to moderate this session for all of you wherein I'm going to introduce you all about session and perhaps the person who is going to interact and address all of us. First of all, I request you all to kindly acknowledge and welcome the presence of our esteemed guest, Madam Deepa Sehal, who is here with us. I would like to request all the persons, those who are watching this session on YouTube, to kindly upload in the comment section and welcome the presence of our guest. Madam Deepa Sehal is a serial entrepreneur, mentor, incubator, digital transformation specialist, startup coach, and a tech evangelist with 20 plus years of rich experience in the information technology domain and was featured in CNBC TV amongst the top 32 most impactful women changing the digital world. Quote unquote, she has also been featured in the top 100 women entrepreneurs compendium in India, conferred by Mr. Nitin Gadkari. She is also a seasoned author. She also consults digital impact programs for many Indian and international clients. So, first of all, ma'am, I welcome you to in this session. Thank you so much for joining and agreeing to share your thoughts with us.
Thank you, Harsh. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, ma'am. So, moving to the topic of today's session, which we have chosen is women entrepreneurship and economic empowerment. There was a time in Indian business setup when Lijjat Papad and Amul cooperatives were a few faces of women-driven initiatives. But today we have a women not limited to small or medium enterprises. Rather, they have traversed their boundaries, spread their wings, and have entered into a wider experimental arena of robotics, electronics, artificial intelligence, cognitive computing, space sciences, and a lot more. They are trying hard to break the classes ceiling imposed on them. Ma'am, my first question to you is, being a woman entrepreneur, how do you feel?
See, Harsh, the world has changed enormously, and women are contributing 14% of the MSME section. When I say running businesses, women, there are 14% women who are a part of the entire pie. And I think this needs to be better. But having said that, we've made a considerable progress in the last 10, 15 years. We have seen women moving from technology, blockchain, IoT, cybersecurity, facial recognition. We have women doing startups, we have women working. I'm sure women are really advancing in a manner which has never been seen before. So I think this decade is the women's decade, and there is a lot that is still going to happen. And we are also launching a very aggressive program by the name of Tech Supergirl, which happens in the month of April and invites about 2.5 lakh women, entrepreneurs and technology enthusiasts. So that
All
is
right.
what I think. This is my thought. That yeah.
All right, ma'am. It is really a very wonderful to listen from you that you are launching your program. And I think the people, those who are watching this session, they are surely going to recognize this opportunity. Ma'am, my next question to you is, what actually made you choose to be an entrepreneur?
Well, that's interesting. First of all, you excuse me. I'm not in my formals. I'm traveling. I've just hit the gym, and I'll tell you, I was working for a slew of organizations, corporates. I worked for about four corporates before, hanging my boots and saying I want to do it on my own. I was working for a very brief stint for Tech Pacific and Canon, and then I thought that अगर एक zone दिया जाए जिसमें मुझे आज़ादी हो कुछ करने की, I can freely do something that I want to, I'll do wonders. And luckily for me, my gut came correct. And the startup that we made back in 2008, that is December, we were incepted in February 14th, 2009, but we started in 2007 December. So I've curated four startups One of them has been very successful. We're employing about 250 plus people at the moment in our startup that we did 12 years ago. And today I'm on my fourth, I've built my fourth company, and I'm working very, very diligently on Indian Women Institution League, which is known by the name of I Will India. So my journey has been very humbling, and I think that all women should take the plunge if they see
Indeed, ma'am.
capability.
Ma'am, we all know that challenges are the part of life. No one can deny this fact, and I'm pretty sure that there was some challenges in your life too. So how did you came across?
So I am like, see, when you're an entrepreneur, you face a lot of challenges, giving away salaries to your people every first of the month. That is one. I lost a lot of money in between to my accountant in a forgery case, which is gross. But I stood up and I went back again. I bounced back. Setbacks are a part of the success package. अगर setbacks नहीं होंगे तो आप जिंदगी में आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे. So, if you need to shine and come out as pure gold, you need to have those, the what is the right, the heat simulation. And that is what I call failures. Failures are opportunities for you to leave your comfort zone, I think. That is the deal.
Indeed, ma'am. In next 5 to 10 years, we will be having 150 million students lined up to enter the workforce, for which half will be a woman. So what is our roadmap to ascertain that a higher portion of these women become job creators rather than job seekers?
This is a very good question, Harsh. A very intelligent question. So I'll tell you, I will India is doing that. So what we are doing is the forte that we are doing is skill incubation for women. So imagine that if it is Lovely Professional University, for example, and you have a bunch of couple of hundred women, we digitally train them to be ready for technology, like how they can build a future in technology, whether you're in an MNC job, whether you're in a high-flying job, or you want to do your startup, in whichever way you're rubbing with technology, we plan to incubate, and we have partnered with companies like Intel and IBM and many others who are offering free credits and programs for these women across the board, through I Will India. So the program that we are coming in April, we are very, very aggressively launching it. And we'd love if women from your end, your listeners, want to come in and join this program, which is known as Tech Supergirl. Incubation, if cybersecurity certification or, for example, certifications from companies like Cisco, certifications in BTech, certifications in open source, let it be that. There are other things, personal grooming courses, how to be a better speaker, better listener. What should be how do you polish your presentation skills? How do you think an interview, how can you crack an interview? What is in the mind of the guy who's taking you into these questions? And I think they will be. So 10 years down the line, women in technology will play a pivotal role, not just technology, in contributing to the GDP in all directions. So that is what I think, that in 10 years, I'm hoping we are only 40,000 startups in 2019-20. Why is it not 2 lakh startups if we are such a इतना population है हमारा चाइना के बाद, और 2 लाख में से भी 1 लाख औरतों के स्टार्टअप होने चाहिए. तो आप इमेजिन करिए कि हम सिर्फ 40,000 स्टार्टअप्स पे बैठे हैं. That figure needs to improvise. और वो तभी होगा when more and more women feel confident to take a plunge. And how does that happen? 1, they need to be technically ready. 2, they need to know how to raise funding for their startups. 3, not just startup, but understanding the legal compliances. And the 4th thing is, how do you scale this? आप इसको कैसे scale करेंगे as a startup? So if yesterday I was at the airport, I have seen this Nykaa by Falguni Nair. Look at her; she's opened 70 stores on her own. What a progress! We need such more women to contribute to India's GDP. So that's the thought that I have. When it comes to doing something important for the country.
Indeed, ma'am, it was really a very wonderful answer from your side, and I think it's a kind of privilege today we got to hear all those things from you. And I'm sure the viewers, those who are watching this session, they are surely going to find it insightful. And as you have told that we need to understand that we are the second world largest tech-savvy country after one of never provoking in Ladakh. And we need to recognize our opportunities, and we need to work on this. Ma'am, my next question to you is, according to 2011 census, literacy rate of women is 65.46%. The problem aggregates when combined with lack of awareness about vocational technical skill, work experience, market knowledge, which form prime ingredients of developing a productive and sustainable business. Ma'am, may I request you to explain our
Correct.
viewers how actually they can make themselves updated all the time?
देखिए मैं आपको दो तीन चीजें बताती हूँ. There are two three things. First is to be connected with Ivy India. You know, anything that you have in mind. You want to do your startup. You want to understand what should be my career. What should I take as a career next? You want to understand how should I scale my business. We are here to guide. That is number one. Number two, there are schemes for women that women are not aware of. SIDBI, for example, the small industries government bank, they have given so many schemes like credit guarantee scheme that does not need a collateral. There are other schemes where there are collateral free loans. You can go to banks per se. Banks have also many schemes for women entrepreneurs. I think the government banks like PNB and SBI can tell you that how you can scale to begin as your own, if you have an idea. But very importantly, हर्ष, एक चीज मुझे सबको बोलनी है, मुझे है कि एक स्टार्टअप फैड चल पड़ा है हिंदुस्तान में, तो वो फैड नहीं होना है. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंटली यू नीड टू हैव एन आइडिया. एक बहुत जबरदस्त आइडिया होना बहुत जरूरी है. और बड़ी बात यह है कि हम एक ऐसे देश में है where the consumption patterns are our own. So unlike other countries, we have our own consumers, and we have the capacity to fulfill ourselves as a great nation that is an immense fifth largest economy in the world with a great GDP. तो consumption consumer हमारे पास है, but आपको idea सोचना है. Once the idea is in place, you prepare a pitch deck, think about your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and where you are best suited. And then coming back to funding kaisa hoga, scale kaisa, come to us. We will help you understand how to go forward. So Indian Women Institution League is very, very proud. And let me tell you, we work with 25,000 plus women, not just women, business schools like IIMs, IITs, SP Jain. We work with lots of them and done several programs.
All right, ma'am. Again, it was a quite insightful answer from your side. Ma'am, my next question to you is how do you see what will be the role of Indian startups into our Prime Minister visions of creating or developing a 5 trillion economy by the year 2025?
देखिए, ये मैं अपने इंटरव्यूज में भी बोलती हूँ, टेलीविजन पे भी जो मैं इंटरव्यूज देती हूँ कि देखिए जागरूकता आ गई, अवेयरनेस हैज कम. That is very important. We are moving towards something that is very powerful. Everybody knows that if only thing that will be the strong backbone of this nation would be startups. So the startup echelon, the MSME echelon, they are the ones who are the backbone. They need to be strengthened. But I still feel that there's a lot to do when it comes to, raising them up. इंक्यूबेशन की बहुत जरूरत है. जो बच्चे आते हैं, ये जो स्टार्टअप्स करते हैं, इनको इंक्यूबेशन की जरूरत है. जैसे चाइना जैसे मुल्क है, ये बहुत एग्रेसिवली कर रहे हैं. While we are looking forward to the 5 trillion or 3 trillion or economy that we have been talking about, we need to incubate the startups. प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने बहुत कुछ किया है डिजिटल इंडिया में, अटल इनोवेशन मिशन में, बट सिर्फ इंक्यूबेशन की जरूरत है. इनको इन द डॉट्स कनेक्ट, टैक्स बेनिफिट्स, टैक्स हेवंस, ये सब दो तीन चीजें अगर उनको मिलती हैं, they can go places.
All right, ma'am. My next question to you is: when the world is suffering from a deadly pandemic given by one of our neighbor, India plans to convert this crisis into an opportunity by becoming self-reliant or Atmanirbhar. Ma'am, my question to you
Correct.
is, or rather say, what are your recommendations to foster self-reliance, especially if we see in this startup?
Very good question, Harsh. This is an excellent question. I think that one, India needs to learn to build collaborative work culture. Very important. Like companies like TCS, companies like Infosys have started to believe that virtual working can happen. So we should have flexible work cultures for our employees and the people who are associated. This office should not be any more 9 to 5. What is the point of having a team member who's coming in and not being productive? So productivity is correctly linked with collaborative practices. One, then I said tax havens and benefits, lots for people who are really trying to contribute to the country economy. Government should think about tax benefits. Government has been thinking, but we still have a large patch to catch up there, because if you see countries like Germany and China and others, they're really incubating. In the pandemic, the MSMEs got monies in their accounts. So that is this is a direct fund. वो हमारे देश में भी होना दिक्कत का काम है. एक तो हम डेवलपिंग इकोनॉमी है, बट अगर आप इनको ग्रेड ए इंक्यूबेट करें लेवल पे, बहुत कुछ बदलने वाला है. That is one. This is what I feel. So that's my thought. I agree. Collaborative practices, flexible work cultures, एंड फ्यूचर ऑफ वर्क की तरफ हम बढ़े, स्किल सेट वैसे ग्रूम होने चाहिए, जो बच्चे हैं जो नई चीजें सीख रहे हैं, और हम अभी भी देखते हैं जो हमारे जो एजुकेशन है, हमारी न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी, उसके हिसाब से चलना बहुत जरूरी है। वही पुरानी एजुकेशन व्हिच वर 10th 11th and 12th, we have thick books, chemistry, physics and all, that doesn't mean anything. People need to get skilled up in AI, in IoT, in digital, in blockchain. These are the technologies of the next 10 years. So I think the kids, especially the ones graduating now, they need to skill themselves, and we'll be a nation to reckon with after that.
Indeed, ma'am, you told us the importance of setting up more incubation center around the country, and I think we need to understand its importance. And the people, those who are watching this session, they are surely going to demand for that. Ma'am, my next question to you is: we have seen in many cases, people start their startup when they are in their colleges. But on the other side, if we see, many people believes that let's work for different organization, then gain some experience, and then we will start our own startup. Ma'am, how do you look at which one is a better choice?
ठीक है हर्ष, 90% ऑफ द लोग ऐसा माना जाता है कि 90% ऑफ योर स्टार्टअप्स फेल, माना क्या जाता है, स्टैट्स भी हैं that out of 100% people who come, because स्टार्टअप शुरू करने में दिक्कत नहीं है, बट उसको चलाना बहुत मुश्किल है। उसके लिए आपको सूझबूझ चाहिए। आई एम स्पीकिंग इन हिंदी बिकॉज योर ऑडियंस विल कनेक्ट मोर। आई एम वेरी कंफर्टेबल इन हिंदी एज वेल एज इंग्लिश। बट ठीक है, उसमें है कि स्टार्टअप शुरू करने के लिए सबसे पहला, जैसे मैंने कहा, कि आपका आइडिया में दम होना चाहिए, राइट? सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू हैव दैट कन्विक्शन व्हेन यू डू योर आइडिया, फीजिबिलिटी, इंडस्ट्री सेंट्रिक नॉलेज अगर आपके पास है, अगर आप कुछ सीख के आते हैं, तो फिर आपका पर्सपेक्टिव बदल जाता है। तो आई गो विद द सेकंड वन, वर्क इन एन इंडस्ट्री फॉर 2-3 years, you learn, build your learning curve, and then take the plunge. Because that way you have a network, that way you have your bandwidth, you're groomed, you know how to boost productivity, you know how to work with collaborative tools. You see both the sides, as an employee and as an employer. I think I would personally go for the second one, but Bill Gates जैसे लोग भी हैं, और स्टीव जॉब्स जैसे लोग भी रहे हैं, जिन्होंने 11वीं करके ड्रॉप आउट इतना अच्छा। It's all in the idea and how good an acumen you have as an entrepreneur to see through things and analyze, with the industry. That's my thought.
All right, ma'am. I think again it was a quite a meaningful advice from your side. And ma'am, I can say there's a lot to learn from you, but today I don't want to take you much time. So moving to my last question of this session, if you had one piece of advice to someone just starting out, what would it be?
I think it would be कि failure बहुत जरूरी है लाइफ में। फेल होना ही चाहिए if you really want to graduate and become something. It is very important to fail. That's one, and never give up. जैसे चींटी चढ़ती है गिरती है, चींटी चढ़ती है गिरती है, वैसे ही आप भी कोशिश करते रहिए। And it's not necessary that your first or second attempt will be successful. You might have your best stroke in the 5th attempt. So the world, the sky is the limit, and there's a miracle that you see beyond. So never give up. That's what I think.
Indeed, ma'am. Indeed, ma'am. Again, it was a quite wonderful advice from your side, and I must say it was a very wonderful discussion with you on the topic. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining and giving your important time. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Harsh. I loved it too. Thanks. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye.
On the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold